I made $30,000 my first 60 days in real estate. That happened because I spent that month on a handful of things that led to deals instead of the hundreds of things that could just feel productive. Luck had nothing to do with it. And neither did knowing something you don't. So this is the exact plan. It's basically a checklist. If you're brand new, or if you've been licensed a while and nothing's really happening right now, do these, likely in order. Step 1, decide who you're actually for. Now you have to start here before anything else because everything you do after this depends on it. Most new agents decide they're just gonna work with anybody who will have them. Even though that might feel smart, it's the reason that you might stay invisible because when you talk to everyone, you're talking to no one. So pick. This is about identifying your target avatar. Now I identified them in the first week back in the business because the client that I was looking for, the client that I wanted to work with, that I knew was gonna get me commissions quickly, a steady business, this client had to be motivated, financially capable, coachable, and savvy. It honestly didn't matter if they were first-time home buyers, people upsizing because the family grew, empty nesters downsizing after the kids left, new construction, investors, or military families. Any of these is a real business. But if you're constantly talking your new clients back into buying, they aren't motivated. If you don't help them get qualified to buy, you are wasting your time with someone who can't afford to. If they aren't coachable, you'll waste tons of time negotiating with your clients as opposed to coaching them through the process. Being willing to work with just anyone is fine, but first identify the characteristics of a good client. Then use that as the filter when you're having all these real estate conversations. Step 2, get Findable in one afternoon. Now this takes about 2 hours and skipping it will cost you deals that you never even know that you lost. Everyone who hears you're in real estate is gonna start looking you up before they call you, message you, text you, DM you. They're gonna look at your Instagram, they're gonna look at Facebook, they're gonna look at LinkedIn, they're gonna look you up for your Zillow page, they're gonna Google you. If there's nothing there that says you're an agent, the areas you serve, your specialties, they're gonna move on to somebody else and you never even know that that happened. So handle it all in one sitting. Set up an Instagram account or update your Instagram account, update your Facebook business page, not just the personal one, but an actual business one. Update your LinkedIn so all your professional contacts can see you're in real estate now. Make the profile picture the same across all the accounts so that it's very recognizable. Then set up your Zillow and your Realtor.com profiles with a real photo of you because that's where buyers and sellers actually look. Use the same name and handle if you can everywhere so that people can find you. Don't get caught up in needing a logo. Fun fact about this. When we first got back into real estate, everybody was like, what is your logo gonna be? Like, what does your branding packet look like? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I just want clients. I just want deals. Like, I didn't have a logo. We didn't have like anything formal for branding until like 3 months in when I literally went into Canva and just whipped one up. Like we had a IDX website, but we didn't have like a branded website with our faces and bios on it yet. Everybody puts so much effort into these things, and the reality is, if you're findable on social channels, if you're findable on Google, that's all that you need. And people aren't gonna be like, well, she doesn't have a logo, so I can't work with her. Like, they want your face, okay? So those are important, but the social proof on social channels is way more important. You can write one bio and adapt it across all of those channels. This is the lowest effort, highest return afternoon of your first month. Step 3, write down everyone you know, then call them. This is what makes the money in your first 30 days, and it's what people avoid the most. Write down every single person you know, family, friends, people from school, people from church, your hairstylist, your kid's teacher, the person who does your nails, former coworkers. Don't filter it. Don't decide in advance who's a buyer. Just get the names and the numbers down. Put them all in a CRM if your brokerage has one, or get one yourself. I actually like to use a prompt with AI, so use Claude or ChatGPT. Chat, create me a prompt list of any and all potential contacts for my life. Give me a fillable list with at least 100 reminders of where I could look for people I know. That will help jog your memory when it comes to coming up with a list of people, and then start reaching out to them via Facebook or Instagram for their contact info. Then call them. And this is not a sales call. Have an actual conversation. Hey, I was just thinking about you. How are you? How's the family? How's work? What are you up to this summer? Really get excited about whatever it is that is going on in their life. Somewhere in there, they may ask you what you're doing now. And you can tell them that you just got your real estate license, you're working with a fantastic brokerage or a team. If they ever need an intro to a contractor, a vendor, or need any information on their property, that's all within the scope of what you do. Fun fact, I have never ask directly for business or a referral. My job is to provide value first, follow through with it consistently, and then let the chips fall where they may. Most agents get the next part wrong because they do it once and then they stop, when you should be calling these people every few months forever. Referrals don't come on the first call or even the first year. They come because you stayed in their world and you brought value to it. And they don't have to live in your city either, because people know people who are moving to your city, and you might know people moving to their city, and you can refer out in every area and still get paid. So before I give you the rest, this is exactly what we do inside the Warrior Agent and in our school community. So if you're a woman who wants a real plan instead of guessing your way through your first year, that's who I built this for. It's coaching, it's business education for women who want to sell more and build a real life while they do it. The link is in the description below. Step 4, go spend time shadowing someone who knows what they're doing. This is the fastest way to compress years of learning into just a few weeks, and it costs you nothing but your time. Find agents in your office who are producing and ask to tag along. Shadow a busy open house, ideally at a solid price point in a desirable area so you can hear the real questions people ask when they walk through the door. Shadow a home inspection, because a good inspector will walk you through every defect in a house and you'll start seeing properties like a professional instead of a tourist. Shadow a closing, so the first time you sit at the table with an attorney or with a notary, it isn't your own deal and your own nerves. And you also will be able to see that agent at answering questions about commissions or about taxes or about things on the closing statement that you may not know yet. Shadow a couple of home tours to watch how someone experienced handles a client in real time. Do enough inspections and you'll walk into a house and be able to see and know what's wrong with it and roughly what it costs to fix. That's reps, and you got them for free by showing up to someone else's appointment. Step 5, practice your language patterns until they are internalized. This is where I'd put almost all of your training time, and your office will tell you otherwise. There are going to be endless training available to you. Contracts, systems, certifications, classes, the famous little 3-letter acronyms that go after your signature in your email inbox. It can eat your entire month and leave you with no clients. And the honest truth is that you'll learn the contract when you have a deal. A lot of agents think that you need to have every clause of every addendum memorized before getting into it. And you don't. Shadow another agent writing offers, ask a mentor or another top agent to look over your first few offers before the clients sign it to poke holes in it, make sure that you're not missing any check boxes. Swallow your pride for the sake of fast-tracking your career. What you need to know is what to say, because you're gonna hear the same objections constantly. Rates are too high. I'll wait until after the holidays. I'm locked into my lease. I'm gonna sell it myself. I already know a great agent. I'm waiting to see what happens with the war. You need 2 or 3 real responses to every single one of those, and you need them ready before you're just standing there looking like a deer in the headlight. Take this further than memorizing lines. Better yet, learn to ask the questions that surface what they're actually worried about, because the stated objection is rarely the real one. Practice your buyer consultation and your listing consultation. I used to do these in a mirror. Uncomfortable, not very fun, but I wanted to be able to look somebody, myself, in the mirror, in the eye, and be able to recite things, be able to walk through the roadmaps of all of these processes until I could do it without even looking. Practice on your spouse, practice on your friends, practice on your kids, anyone but a live client with real money on the line. Number 6, track your conversations and your conversions. This is what turns everything above from hoping into a system you can run. Every single day, write down the date and how many people you talked to about real estate. Not calls dialed, actual conversations with real humans, because that's the only number that matters in your first 30 days. Do that for a few weeks and you'll start to be able to see your own math. You learn that a certain number of conversations gets you a consultation, and a certain number of consultations gets you a client. Once you know your numbers, you stop guessing and you stop panicking, because you know exactly what activity produces a deal. Now, if you're working with buyers, track showings too. How many homes do you have to show them before you go under contract? The goal is to need fewer, not more, because that means you're listening better and you're qualifying better. This is how you stop feeling busy and start being effective. It's the difference between a month that produces a deal and a month that just produces exhaustion. So do these in order this month, and you'll be ahead of most people who got licensed the same day that you did. And if you want the honest version of what this business is really like before you go all in, watch my video on the truth about being a real estate agent next. Go check that one out, and I'll see you over there.